All right, everyone, Merry Christmas. Yeah, we're actually dropping a video on Christmas Day. I don't even remember if I did one last year either, but for Christmas, that is. I've done many videos last year, but I figure I'd entertain you guys. Where we at with the fancy serial number market as of today? Kind of strangely enough, we only had to go back about 12 hours for the data that you see here today, which represents a pretty active, set of listings that ended here in the last 12 hours. Quite miraculous, actually, for it being Christmas Day and everybody just kind of, calming down and, you know, I guess trying to check out of the market in general. Certainly not happening. I'm kind of eating at my own words because I just did the pocket change market report yesterday on Friday or Sunday rather. And now here we are. We're going back as far as Saturday night. So I don't know, about a day and a half worth. A lot of activity during the last 12 hours, and then we'll get to that. That's maybe toward the tail end of the show. So this one note that we're looking at here today is the furthest. Yeah, it's the oldest out of the bunch. So this one ended Saturday at 7:10 p.m. To kind of recap again, these are notes that people have found going through bank straps. That's the art of going to the bank, asking for a full strap of any one denomination. Ones are either most affordable. You could go through a lot more notes with $500 worth of ones than you can with $500 worth of 20s, which is only ends up being 25 notes. Plus the dollar bills, you're going to end up with your net amount of gain. Profit-wise, you're going to end up with more money in your pocket by finding the fancy serial numbers on dollar bills, bar none. And we don't talk about graded notes either. Grading is an unnecessary thing unless you have this really beautiful high-end note with, that top 5% tier of fancies like solids, ladders, things like that, then sure, by all means, grade it. It certainly wouldn't hurt, but even those still not necessary. So let's go ahead and jump in. So we have this 2017 A dollar bill. Get used to this name here, Ronald J.H. 2003. He has been front and center in the market. I'm going to say that he's probably top 2 or 3 in fancy serial number sales on eBay. So he's going to be a good person to model after if you're looking to pursue this segment of numismatics. So we have this 2017 $8 bill that features binary ones and fours. Very attractive looking note. Anytime you have any two numbers and any specific repeating pattern on the serial number, is a binary. These are also called non-traditional binaries. A true binary is zeros and ones, and we actually have some of that here today. The note itself is stunning. This one right here is a crisp, uncirculated, fresh out of the pack, I would presume. Straight from the BEP. Yeah, pretty cool. Very nice note. Great sale, $33, is right in that wheelhouse of kind of the price range for the non-traditional binaries in crisp uncirculated, kind of that $30 to $40 range. Again, anytime that you could take a dollar bill and turn it into 33, that's a great magic trick. I would encourage anyone to try it out. It could be easier. So great way to kick things off here today on that one. This one right here, you could call it a trinary, but more appropriately, this one is a 6 in a row threes. So you have 6 in a row of any one number, and yeah, that's a good one there as well. This one right here is another crispy gem, 1995 $1 bill. This one sold for $22.50 with 8 bids. I want to let you guys know that this note about 5 years ago, these things sold routinely for about $5. All right. But considering the popularity of fancy serial number hunting and collecting, all of the notes that typically sold for that 10, 20, $30 range, your binaries, your repeaters, those have actually started to creep up. And because of that, that kind of makes them a little bit less attainable to kind of your average collector that's only looking to maybe get into the hobby at a minimal dollar value. So things like this, kind of like that next wave lower of six in a row, six of a kind, five in a row, trinaries even. These are all types that are beginning to creep up because more people are injecting cash into the lower end stuff and still having that kind of fun day of collecting, so to speak, of fancy serial numbers. But just to kind of let you guys see the condition of this note, another beautiful looking note, very attractive serial number, and another good one as well. So next one that we have here, different seller this time. We have a 2009 $1 bill. Again, more binary, lots of zeros, and a trio of sevens on here. And this one sold for $39.99. This is a buy it now swipe and represents a great way of protecting the value of your note. If you don't need the money right now, set it as a buy it now and just sit on it, as long as you don't go crazy with the market price where you're pricing it out of what a normal range is, then you should have no problem selling these. And consider also this note is a very nice, fresh, crispy example. It's got no folds. It's like fresh right out of the pack. Looks like it was I was gonna say minted. Looks like it was printed yesterday. So another great example of how you can generate an effective listing where you set the terms, you set the price, and it's like, if you want it, buy it. If you don't, whatever. And it's going to help you make more money. You're just going to sit on your inventory a little while longer compared to a regular auction. Here also is another variant. This one has an extra 7 on the end. So obviously this person found all this in a fresh bank strap. Yeah, bravo. Well done. So we have an even number of 7s to 0s. Nice even ratio. Again, another $39.99 sale on this dollar bill. Again, showing just an otherwise very nice, crispy example. What we have here is a trinary. Oh, so close. It's got, for the most part, 1 0, 1 6, and a bunch of 5s. So it's a 6 of a kind 5s. It's a trinary because you have three different numbers. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a 0 or a 6, I mean, this one would be a monster. If it was another 5 or, another one of the other numbers, like 2 6s or 2 0s. But here you go. This is 6 of a kind 5s, jumbled up a little bit. It's not in a row. And because of that, $14 is your sale price. And it's a $2 bill also. So when we look at this one here, a little bit of circulation wear, but overall a very attractive collectible grade type of specimen. So good one there. Okay, well, someone certainly used My Currency Collection's Coolness Index in their listing. And while it's neat and a lot of newer collectors are using it, it's not too necessary. And you're going to find that coolness index, some of your less spectacular serial numbers, might come up at 95% coolness index. And that doesn't really say a whole lot because the note is probably worth at the most maybe double face value or somewhere around there. Only for a dollar bill, by the way. But this one, very nice. It's a binary, but you could also say that it's a rotator as well, or a flipper. So $39.99. Okay. Here's a little bit of the caveat to this. It's a $20 bill. So if this was a dollar bill and you still sold it for $39.99, you would have made more money. The $20 face value represents the overall cost of ownership of the note, right? But when I say rotator or flipper, when you take the serial number and flip it upside down, it's just take the note, flip it upside down, and the nines will be perfect sixes. So it uses the same type style, same with the zeros, where if you flip them, they're still going to be either that same number, the zeros, or the nines are going to be a perfect six because it's the same type style that's used there. And this one here, another new seller. We were seeing more newer sellers of fancies, and that's welcomed. History and Hobbies threw up this another binary on this $1 bill. Ones and threes, $26. Buy it now, swipe. And this one right here, good looking note. Got some circulation on there. A little bit of a margin tear up top. No, nothing too crazy, but yeah, still pretty nice. It's got a little bit of that circulation wave. You could tell the folded areas. This thing was folded in quarters at one point. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, binary ones and threes, pretty good sale, protecting that price, and there you go. Nice circulated example. Our first ever birthday note, and they even put death note in here. You know, a time of passing or a date of passing for a loved one or a friend. Could also be used, but it's more macabre, you know, for such a listing. Everybody just adopts birthday note. But this one has the correctly oriented date in the serial number, October 22nd, 1965. Crazy as that seems, it's my brother's birthday. Not 65, but a different year. But anyways, yeah, it's correctly oriented. Two digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, 4 digits for the year. That's all good. And that's the Western way of how it's kind of written out. It's different in Europe, where they lead off, I believe, with the year, and then it goes month and day. So they all sell equally well. This one is a $20 bill. $26.55 with that sale means that you're not going to end up making a whole lot of money. Fortunately, it's sold for where it's at. This person probably made $1 to $2 on the sale, and it hardly seems equitable, you know. And that's kind of like you have to consider, like, is it even worth selling this? Because you do have to pack and ship it and send it off and all that stuff. So I don't know. Otherwise, if this was on a dollar bill, this is something that sells routinely for $20 to $30 anyways. So yeah, that's a really tough choice here. Do you keep it? Do you sell it? It's like right on the fringe of like, I don't know what to do with this note. The next one that we have here, this is actually very cool. It's a low serial number in a way. It's a binary, and it's a rotator, flipper, or whatever you want to call it. Ronald J.H. back at it again on this 2017 A. How about $45 sale on this one? Well done. 19 bids, and when we look up close to the condition of the note, yeah, it's circulated. It's got folds. It's got little small trivial, I guess, stains in certain areas. But aside from that, there's no denying that this particular serial number type is very well collected, even in this condition. We have a 2017 A, $1 bill. Again, Ronald J.H. back at it again here. This one is binary ones and fours. How about a $27 sale? 7 bids. And this one is a very nice, crisp, uncirculated as well, as most of his notes are. Ronald has this is a 6 of a kind, 6 in a row threes. So we saw it ending the serial number with 6 threes. This one leads off the serial number with 6 threes, but they're all still in a row, and that's important. $17.11. Again, you know, that's the wheelhouse for these types. If it was like 7s or 8s, 6 in a row, then they're worth a lot more. 10 bids, and this one shows being gem, and it looks like it. It's got a little bit wider margin on the top, but you know, to a collector, that's nothing too crazy. Another binary. This one's particularly nice, 4s and 6s, and it's got 6 in a row 4s. So when the numbers are grouped up like this, it's more attractive to the eye and to a collector. $51, 22 bids. This one also shown as crisp and circulated. and it's also the sixth district, so you got all these sixes all over the place for Atlanta. I mean, that just kind of adds to the overall flavor of the note, and that's why these things tend to sell for above market. Here's another one here. This time a switch over. We got a pair of sixes and all these fours on this $1 bill, 2017A, $51, 25 bids, and a different block this time. It's a San Francisco block with the 12 there. Pretty cool, very nice, crispy, uncirculated piece. And the next one that we have here is actually a lot. I like looking out for these, and fancy serial number lots don't show up that often. What's kind of cool, and I feel like that this lot didn't maximize its true potential. The first two notes on there, the $1 and the $5 bill, have matching numbers, serial numbers, binaries, ones and fives. Sure, it's a different denomination, different block, things like that. And then the $20 bill is a six of a kind ones or a trinary, but it's a $20 bill. So consider $26 face value that ended up selling for only $44.28 with three bids. I kind of feel like there's a little opportunity here. You buy a lot like this and then you sell each note individually, or you could add some really nice epic pieces to your collection. And that's kind of like your big goal, is to find these lots and take advantage of the bulk savings, is what I call it. So that way you can turn around and sell them individually. Gumby also had another lot. This one equally impressive. It's three note lot, $78.09 with nine bids. A lot more people were kind of gunning for this one. You have a true binary repeater, 0001, 0001. And then you also have a repeating binary, a regular non-conventional binary, and another repeating binary. This is like a power pack right here. And, when you look at this and for the amount of money it's sold for, the first note generally sells for that kind of money. And so you're getting the other two notes as a bonus. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we play the game, is to recognize deals like this. So that way we can take advantage of it in some capacity, whether it's for resales or to add some blisteringly white hot notes to your collection. Yeah, people certainly dropped the ball on this one. It sold at 6 o'clock in the morning too. Probably didn't help out its cause too much. This lot easily could have been $150, and you just don't know it. We also have another binary. This one from a new seller, Japo 2193. Binary radar, $1 bill, 2017. It's neat. I love this one. $40.99 with four bids, and that's a great way to bust your cherry on eBay, is by selling something like this. But you're going to notice something else. So imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right, guys? So when you look at that listing title, you know what that listing title looks like? If you said it looked like Ronald J.H.'s listing titles, you are absolutely freaking right. And what did I say at the beginning of the show? That he's probably like top two sellers of fancies on eBay. And now we have Japo here, doing the right thing and focusing in on kind of imitating your teachers online, and with great success. $41 sale is fantastic. We have a few left here. This is a big sale. It's a buy now swipe on this low serial number star on a $5 bill. 8019 is the number on there, and it's a star note. Sold by Robo Business. Yeah, it's like a bot seller, it's kind of crazy. But this one right here, you could see the note in general looks really nice condition. It looks kind of uncirculated, to be honest. Well, once you look at the back, it's not quite uncirculated. But anyways, that was Mrs. Blue. You want to say hi there, everyone?
Hi, guys.
Merry Christmas. And with that being said, we got our last note we're going to talk about as I give you guys back your Monday and being with friends and family. And your Christmas, absolutely. So we got a best offer. Our good old boy Sam from Kingdom Currency makes the list with this one here: six of a kind zeros, fancy serial number, $1 bill, five in a row, and from Fort Worth facility is when this one was printed. Sam, is at the top of the list of sellers of fancies, and he's more of an educator, a teacher these days. He's on Facebook as well. And yeah, he's been doubling his efforts on teaching the community about fancy serial numbers and using his experience on eBay and doing the sales aspect of it, for a while and giving that and passing it down to a lot of new folks. So go ahead and check out Kingdom Currency on Facebook. I am a member myself, and a proud badge of honor. So what we're going to do, because this is a best offer, we're all really interested to see how much this one sold for. So we're going to do a little quick copy and paste into a website called 130 Point, search eBay sales, and we're going to see by pasting this in there how much this one sold for. And it looks like this one ended up selling for $50. Okay, which is what I thought it could sell for. Being that it's kind of a trinary, but the zeros is more of a leverage play on the value on something like this. So, well, guys, there you go. Quick little good morning, howdy doody, Merry Christmas video for you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day, by the way. And yeah, it was nice to pop on here real quick and tell you a little bit about the notes that did sell very well here in the last couple days. So I am out of here. You guys take care. Have a good one. And again, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So long.